FSU Weather. Today is Wednesday. I am student meteorologist Evan Thomason.
I'm student meteorologist Chris Knoll.
And it's been a gorgeous day outside today, really. We've had some patchy clouds in the area, but besides that, the walk has been very nice, and we're escaping finally from winter.
Yeah, it's also been a very warm day today, and it seems like these conditions are going to be sticking around for quite a bit.
Definitely for some time, which we emphasized yesterday on a 7-day. We're looking at clear skies all throughout the week, and that is certainly the case throughout all of the out of the rest of the next week, which is definitely good news. We have had some pop-up showers in the area, but they haven't affected campus much.
Yeah, there's been a bit of some pop-up showers down to the west as well as the south of us, but overall it's been a pretty clear day.
Yes, should be good. Those little pop-up showers should definitely decrease as we head into the next few days, especially with the cloud cover. But I know today's been a very busy day. People have been looking around the news and everything, all about the coronavirus and everything. We wish the best for that, and we'll have more news on that later. But as for now, it's been a great day, beautiful day, and should be a beautiful day to come at least. So at least the weather is definitely good news for you.
Yeah, the weather is definitely in high spirits, and what's also in high spirits is we only have 2 days before spring break, actually.
I'm excited. Should be. Hopefully your spring break plans weren't hindered at all. But for now, and a look at the rest of our show, we got Parker on the wall.
Thanks, Evan. So yeah, currently right now it's 75 degrees. Not so beautiful right now as we've had the past couple days. We've had these cloudy conditions persisting throughout the day, and there's actually clouds out more than we've seen throughout the day right now. Winds are out of the southwest at 8 miles per hour. Satellite and radar showing those clouds that are around Leon County and around the Big Bend region. There are those storms that are out to the west, like Chris and Evan were talking about on the desk. However, the forecast model shows it's going to clear up for the rest of the night, but then we're going to have clouds coming to the area. And then once we hit around 12 p.m. tomorrow, we're going to be clearing up. But again, by tomorrow night, 9 p.m., southerly winds are going to pick up that Gulf moisture and start to build a cloud deck right over the south part of the Big Bend region around St. Mark's at 9 p.m. So we can expect cloudy conditions for most of the area tomorrow. 59 degrees for tonight, cloudy and cool with winds out of the south at 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow's forecast, 82 in Tallahassee, 82 in Quincy, 81 in Bainbridge, and around a beautiful day for the Big Bend region for tomorrow. As we get closer to the coast, temperatures start to dip just a little bit around the 70-degree mark and 70 degrees in St. Mark's. Here are our headlines for tonight. Low rain chances for the next week. The 80s are back in terms of temperature and partly cloudy skies for the weekend ahead. I'm going to go ahead and pass things over to Evan with a look at the southeast.
Thank you very much, Parker. Definitely a good look for our show up ahead right now as we look into the heat bubble that has returned in the southeast. Boy, we're reaching 80 up in Shreveport. Really, the only cool spot of the southeast entirely is Nashville at 59. The rest, we're starting to get into those spring-like temperatures, maybe even more than that, with Shreveport reaching 80, Jackson reaching 79, and Montgomery reaching 74. The moisture is there to help that out as well. Shreveport getting a lot more with 62, and New Orleans in 64. A little bit more than the rest of our area, but we're still feeling very muggy out there, which is helping increase those spring-like temperatures. And boy, I haven't seen this graphic in ages. The heat indices are back at the beginning of March. Jackson at 80, New Orleans at 80, about reaching the same temperatures we had on the peninsula last week. Boy, it is getting into definitely some spring-like conditions throughout the area. The only cooling down we see on our radar in terms of rain is in the middle of Alabama around Birmingham. But besides that, we're looking at maybe a little bit of some spotty showers in Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. No major frontal system, though, to speak of entirely with that. If you are headed along the I-20 corridor, though, definitely watch out for those rain showers at all. We are seeing some severe thunderstorm watches down with a little bit more severity of the system that is slowly moving its way southeast. But as you look, it's not really that big at all and widespread. Definitely not having that same impact as a front. Shouldn't cool down the temperatures much at all, including these pop-up showers on the Florida Peninsula. Definitely some of these easterly storms are starting to come on to I-95 over towards Daytona, and maybe making their way out to Fort Myers. Nothing too major with that, though, as it should be a great night. This storm has start to stick around the northern Alabama area, including Huntsville. As we look at this, and it really starts to dwindle out very quickly. Thursday is when we'll start to see maybe a little bit of a front passing through into Little Rock, but you'll see that diminish very quickly and maybe just stick around a little bit, but no major frontal system to speak of for the next 2-3 days in our area or anywhere in the southeast. But those pop-up showers may persist in Montgomery, in Atlanta, maybe even into Nashville. But boys, the heat returning in for spring into the next few days. As for the Florida Peninsula, we're reaching temperatures of 84 and 83 in Orlando and Tampa. But for now, we're going to take it off for a more local look with Chris.
Yeah, thank you, Evan. These conditions are definitely starting to look more like spring, and even some cases starting to look like summer. But for right now, getting a view from our FSU Weather Center, you can see the sun. It's actually not covered up by clouds at the moment. However, going into our temperatures, we're sitting mostly in the mid-70s. It was a very comfortable, warm day. It's a bit cooler by the coast, 71 degrees in St. Mark's, because they are getting that coastal sea breeze, which, speaking of sea breeze, our dew points are on the rise. That sea breeze is adding more moisture into the air. Dew points right now are sitting in the upper 50s to lower 60s. However, these conditions appear to be climbing as time goes on. Going into our satellite radar, you have a bit of some pop-up showers I mentioned in the opening desk, a bit towards our east as well as our south of Tallahassee, as well as some more showers up to our north. But overall, it's been very clear over the Tallahassee area. And this trend seems to be sticking around over the next 24 hours. Those scatter showers are going to start to disappear Thursday night. It's going to be pretty cloudy when you wake up in the morning, but around noon, those clouds are going to disappear for a bit, but they start to form quite a bit around 2 p.m. until they go away. It's overall going to be partly cloudy throughout the day, no chance for rain in the future. Tonight's forecast is going to be very comfortable. Partly cloudy conditions throughout the area. It's going to be 59 degrees in Tallahassee. It's going to be 59 in St. Mark's, and it's going to warm up all the way to 60 in Bainbridge. Going to tomorrow's forecast, so it's going to be a very warm day unless you're by the coast. It's going to be 82 degrees in Tallahassee. It's going to only not quite reaching 80 in Thomasville at 79. However, by the coast, you're going to have that sea breeze, so it's only going to be 70 degrees in St. Mark's. Going to Thursday forecast, very warm, 82 degrees, partly cloudy skies, and you're going to have winds coming out of the south, which is going to be increasing your dew points, so conditions might start feeling a little bit more muggy as things go on. Thursday, once again, 82 degrees, and it's going to be staying in the 80s for all of next week. Your lows are going to be fairly high too, reaching 61 degrees from Saturday into Sunday, but if you don't mind the heat, it's going to be shaping up to be a fantastic spring break. But for now, I'm going to send things off to the desk as they're going to talk a little bit about the coronavirus.
Thank you very much, Chris. As much as we'd like to say today is definitely good weather-wise, definitely in other news, like the coronavirus, it is not.
Yeah, what we're going to do is present a couple facts to you. Remember, this isn't to scare you or alarm you. It's just to give you the factual data of what's going on with the coronavirus. Again, not to scare you, but this is what's happened so far. We've had 124,000 cases globally.
Yeah.
So 124,000 people are sick with the coronavirus. Symptoms include dry cough, clogged up sinuses, possibility of pneumonia to develop, and there's a handful of other symptoms.
Yeah,
with that.
to say really the widespread of this case, there used to be, I think it was only 500 cases last week, and now we're reaching up to 1,000, over 1,100 in the United States alone.
Yeah, Florida reported 2 deaths this past weekend. Very unfortunate. One was in Lee County, and I think the other was near Manatee County.
I think so.
Very sad news reported out of there. There's a couple more cases in Miami, so it's spreading quite a bit. It's spreading pretty quickly, And, we got to take these precautionary measures. We got to wash our hands and do basically whatever we can to just stay clean and stay healthy.
Yeah, a lot of professional sports have already, and just in general, a lot of areas where you gather together as fans, as supporters, as whatever you want to call it. But March Madness and the Golden State Warriors have both declared that they are not having fans at any of their games.
Yeah, I know Ohio has like a ban on attendances, and that includes March Madness because Cleveland and Dayton were hosting.
Yeah,
March
both
Madness.
of them are hosting March Madness. Colleges, including like our own, are either canceling classes or moving them to online. Concerts have been postponed. This is really affecting everything.
Yeah, Ultra's been postponed in Miami. That's pushed back. It's not canceled. It's just postponed for a later date. Coachella was moved to October, which is a few months down the road, a little bit further than what people want. But, artists they're aware of what's going on. They're fine with the fact that they're having to move it if that means safety for the general public of America.
Yeah, President Trump himself has declared this really a torrential epidemic itself, and has promised to move forward with his government.
And
full force.
The World Health Organization today has announced that coronavirus is now a global pandemic, meaning that it's almost like a state of emergency for the entire world. So we've got to take these necessary precautions. Again, this wasn't to scare you or anything. These are just the facts. This is what we have right now. And thanks for tuning in for the coronavirus, but we're going to send things over to Chris right now at the wall.
Thank you, Parker. I mean, the coronavirus really is some terrible news. So we're going to go talk a little bit more happier conditions right now with our weather. Overall, today was a very clear day. Our current setup, we have this long stationary front that's sticking around the area that's really just marking where is the dew point gradient is. There's a little bit of rainfall down south by Nashville as well as Atlanta, but overall it's not doing anything. However, we're moving on into the future. This cold front is going to start pushing down into the area and start possibly causing some future storms to develop, as well as causing some rain down in Los Angeles, as well as that stationary front is going to turn into a warm front and start pushing northward. Going to our temperatures, it was a very warm day throughout much of the nation. 85 degrees in San Antonio, and it also is 59 degrees in Billings. Like Billings, for the most part, around this time is sitting in the 40s. That's around 20 degrees higher than where they are normally around this time. To give you a sense of how warm it is right now. Our dew points, it's also very dry for much of the nation. However, the southeast moisture bubble has once again returned, as the southeast has much higher dew points, 64 degrees in New Orleans. You can even point out where that stationary front was with its wavy features, with a 36 degree dew point in Chicago and a 58 degree dew point down south in Memphis. Going into upper level water vapor right now, we have a lot of moisture coming in, and the big story with this is we have this massive cloud of water vapor coming in from the South Pacific, which is going to be increasing rain chances in Los Angeles and even in parts of areas of Phoenix, as we can see right now on our satellite radar. Areas of Arizona are getting some rain, as well as some heavier rain down in Atlanta, and we're also going to take a closer look of some scattered showers down in Pennsylvania. Nothing too much to say there, but right now we have some heavier rain showers in Alabama, which they have a chance for a severe thunderstorm warning. If we move into Arizona, they're getting a little bit of rain, which is causing a flash flood watch due to how dry the ground is, and it can't absorb the water as well. Our future cast, you'll see that front start to form and start to develop a line of scattered thunderstorms, as well as you're going to get some more rain down in the desert southwest. Tonight's forecast, though, is going to be fairly moderate in the southeast with warm temperatures, as well as tomorrow's forecast. It's going to shape up to be another warm day, except it's going to start cooling up north. I'm going to pass things off to Evan with another local look.
Thank you very much, Chris. For right now, we're definitely seeing those peaks of sunshine rolling in. A little bit cloudy in, but we can definitely see the blue sky stretching a little bit through this if we look a little more closely. Those higher stratus clouds definitely providing a little bit of some shade for the area from to help us cool down, honestly. With those 80-degree marks already hitting up in Tallahassee for the highs coming this week. This is not ground clutter. We have been seeing some pop-up showers along the area. If you look real closely from the past until now, we see a lot of these pop-up showers start to decrease slowly throughout the night, and should definitely continue to be that way. But the cloud cover will persist. You can see cloud cover really across all of the area. We'll definitely keep our Tallahassee a little more warmer, especially at night, preventing that heat from escaping to higher levels in the atmosphere. But for the next 24 hours, we're going to see as this cloud cover continues to persist around, especially around near the coast in St. Mark's, where the water's a little more cooler for that area, definitely providing a lot more clouds for the area with some water vapor. Definitely should not be much of a cause of precipitation, though, for the Tallahassee area at any time. We do see a little bit of cooler temperatures along the coast at St. Mark's at 71, but it is still 76 and 73 in Thomasville, or in Valdosta and Thomasville, still hitting up those high 70s because of those dew points. 54 for Perry, 63 at St. Mark's. That's why we're also seeing a little bit of some pop-up showers as well with those higher dew points. Winds were a little bit scattered around earlier. We see a little bit of a southerly flow in Tallahassee and St. Mark's at 8 and 7 miles per hour, but over in Donaldsonville, seeing more of those westerly winds playing into an effect there, which is helping to prevent a lot of the southern moisture from coming up into the Big Bend. For the evening planner, looking not very clear, but clear in terms of precipitation. Definitely get down into 63 tonight, and if you enjoy wearing shorts like I do at 60 degrees, tomorrow morning is your morning to get out and go get some exercise. Will be definitely very cool for you then, as before, that will definitely be good before the temperature reaches up to 80 degrees. And as we look at the rest of our 7-day, we're looking at the cloudy conditions continuing for Thursday. But for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday should be a great weekend ahead if you plan on staying around from spring break at all. And then the clouds persist, but we do not see rain at all on that 7-day. And we don't see the temperatures going away either. Should be sticking around in the upper 80s. But for now, we're going to toss it off to the desk with Parker and Chris.
Thanks, Evan. That 7-day looks pretty hot, 80 degrees all around. Chris and I are going to talk about this day in weather history.
Yeah, this day in weather history, we're going to bring you some cooler conditions, as in Tomahawk, California, they reported 451 inches of snow on the ground, as well as in 1948. There was a record cold in the Wake Kansas blizzard, bringing lows down to negative 25 degrees in Oberlin, which was a state record for the month of March.
Dude. 451 inches of snow?
Yeah.
On the ground at once?
Yeah, it was recorded. So
This is my first time seeing this.
Well, it wasn't all fell from the same storm. It was just recorded on the ground in total after several storms. So
Gosh.
it's still way more snow than I want to deal with in my life.
That's a lot. I've never seen snow, so 451 inches of it. I mean, that's a lot. But in other news, in 1988, a blizzard hit north central U.S., parts of New England, and got 33 inches of snow, up to 25 inches in eastern Wyoming.
Yeah.
Still lots of snow. We're in March. We've got 80-degree temperatures here. Meanwhile, 32 years ago, places were getting a boatload of snow.
Yeah, today has been a very warm summer, and it was also a very warm winter, March, as was also had a very warm March, was back in the next year of 1989. 21 cities in central and southwestern U.S. reported new record high temperatures for the day.
Yeah, that's global weirdness,
Yeah.
as I like to call it. We've got 33 inches of snow in some places the year before, and then places breaking records due to high temperatures the next year.
Yeah, and those high temperatures trended into the next year in 1990. 44 cities in central and eastern United States had record high temperatures, with even the hot spot for the day being in Columbia, South Carolina.
Very interesting. And then in 2006, Phoenix had a very, very long dry spell, 143 days, without rain. And then when they finally got rain, it was 1.4 inches that fell.
Yeah, that's not even a little bit of rain. That's quite a bit of rain.
Yeah.
But for now, we're going to pass things off to myself
Back
at
to
the
you.
wall
Yeah,
at
back to you.
Florida. As got a little lost on time cues right now, but current conditions in Florida, feeling very warm right now. 75 degrees in Tallahassee, reaching almost the 80s down south in West Palm Beach. Our dew points are on the rise right now. We're sitting mostly into the lower 60s, I might add. Our heat index, brought to you by those higher dew points, is going to start feeling like it's a lot warmer than it currently is temperature-wise. It's going to feel like it's 80 degrees in West Palm Beach, feels like it's 82 degrees in Fort Myers. Going to our satellite and radar. For the most part, very clear skies. We have a semblance of a sea breeze down in South Florida, bringing some scattered showers throughout Miami, extending into Fort Myers. As we're going to take a closer look at that, we have some easterly flow that's coming in, bringing in some warm showers off the Atlantic. Going into a forecast model, you have a bit of some sea breeze continue to persist in South Florida, but for the rest of the Sunshine State, clear conditions are going to be staying around as it's going to be living up to its name. As the forecast model persists, you see the sea breeze start to die out as we expect moving into the morning hours. Overall, it's going to be a beautiful day throughout much of the state. Miami right now is 3-day forecast. It's going to be a very moderate 3 days. It's going to be 82, 82, and 82. Your lows are going to rise from 67 up into 70 degrees on Saturday. Orlando's 3-day forecast is going to be a warm spot. You're going to be the warm spot in Florida for the next 3 days. It's going to be 84 degrees Thursday, and it's going to be 85 for both Friday and Saturday. Your lows, however, are going to be colder than Miami's, as you're only going to be in the lower 60s. Going to Jacksonville's 3-day forecast, you're going to tie Orlando as the warm spot on Friday at 85 degrees, with your lows down into 59, extending all the way to your warmest low is 61 degrees. Tonight's forecast throughout the Sunshine State, expect partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the upper 50s in North Florida. As you move towards south, you're going to be approaching 70 degrees in Key West. And tomorrow's forecast, definitely have your shorts ready because it's going to be a hot one throughout much of the state in the lower 80s. But for now, I'm going to hand things off to Parker with our last local look of the day.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. So temperatures all around Florida looking pretty beautiful. Around the 80-degree mark, 85 in Orlando and Jacksonville, but a little bit cooler down there in Miami. Current conditions here in Tallahassee, though, 75 degrees with cloudy conditions outside. We see Doak Campbell Stadium right here, starting to clear up just a little bit. Winds out of the southwest at 8 miles per hour are certainly helping those conditions to clear up. Temperatures around the Big Bend region, 76 in Valdosta, 74 in Perry, 71 in St. Marks, 75 in Tallahassee, and 75 in Quincy. Temperatures all around feeling pretty comfortable right now. The dew points are rather on the low side for this time of year. However, if we go towards the coast, they're spiking up just a little bit because we do have those southerly winds, as we mentioned earlier. That's helping those dew points increase just a little bit, feeling a little bit cooler near the coast right now at this hour. 59 degrees for your dew point in Tallahassee, 61 in Quincy, and 62 in Donaldsonville. Satellite and radar, not showing much. This is the bigger picture. We've had a few pop-up showers here in Leon County, but the big story is off to our north. Nothing's going to affect us within the next week or so, but for right now, these storms are just off to our north, and off to our northwest, there's actually a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for much of the counties over near central Alabama. A forecast model showing a little bit of possibility for some rain around the 6 p.m. to 6:30 time frame tonight in Leon County, but much of the forecast is just going to show clouds coming in and out of the area overnight and into tomorrow. But as we go to tomorrow night, it's very clear. We've got that southerly wind once again near the coast, packing up some of those clouds, building up some of those moistures. So we have a cloud deck, possibly some fog in the morning on Friday, but nothing too concerning here in Tallahassee. That would be along the coast. Our evening planner for tonight, 72 at 7 p.m., 69 at 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. It's going to be 63 degrees with partly cloudy skies. And that's for all of the Big Bend region mainly. Dog walk forecast. Hey, what a perfect day to take your dog for a walk. For tomorrow, we're going to have 66 degrees in the morning, waking up. At around noon, it's going to be 76 degrees. And around the 3 p.m. hour, it's going to be 79 degrees. Now remember, our high for tomorrow is 82. These are some of the highest temperatures we've seen so far this year, and they're only going to get hotter throughout the weekend. Friday is also capping off at 82, but Saturday it's going to be a beautiful and sunny, clear day. Go out there, go to the beach, do whatever outdoor activity you love to do, because Saturday is going to be that perfect day to do so. Sunday, we're almost going to have a repeat. There's going to be a few more clouds in the area, but again, this weekend is going to be picture perfect. Go out there and enjoy yourself. To start the work week, Monday is going to be partly cloudy with temperatures at 84. We're going to be waking up at 62 degrees. And then Tuesday for St. Patrick's Day, it's going to be 85 degrees with waking up at 62 degrees. I'm actually going to head over to the desk right now, and I'm going to sit down with Evan. We're going to close out the desk. Evan, what do we think about that 7-day right there, bud?
It's looking very beautiful, to say the least. We don't have a drop of rain on that 7-day at all.
Yeah, look at that leprechaun. You see it spinning right there?
Yeah. It's going to be me next Tuesday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Spring
going
break?
around
Yeah,
having a
little
spring break, yeah.
St. Patty's Day party?
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Respect.
Make sure to keep that indoors, and make sure to wash my hands during the party.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. So.
Yeah, we talked about the coronavirus earlier. You got to take the precautions to stay safe, stay healthy, you know. Yep.
Yeah. So for the rest of that 7-day, looking pretty good. The lows will be in the 60s. If you love to exercise, definitely right early in the morning will be perfect for that.
Yeah, and again, remember the sun rises around 7:30 now that we're in daylight savings time, and the sun sets a lot later around the 8 o'clock hour now. So, I mean, we've got plenty of daylight to work with to go out and enjoy your weekend and really your entire week, because there is no rain in the forecast.
It's really starting to feel like spring, especially Florida spring, that's for sure.
Yeah, you mentioned we threw up the heat indices graphic earlier. We haven't seen those for a while. Temperatures are going to start feeling a little bit hotter than 85 on Saturday and Sunday because of the mugginess, but I mean, still, it's beautiful. Go out and catch a tan by the pool if you can.
Yeah, at least you can do ride a bike. What do you like to do personally in the summer? Summertime, I guess, but spring break.
I'm going to the beach this weekend to start off my spring break.
That'll be good.
Yeah, I'm going fishing this weekend at the beach. It's going to be a fun time.
That'll be definitely a fun time. I'm hiking myself, hopefully in the North Carolina mountains. Will be definitely fun out there for a good hike. But if you want to learn more information about FSU weather, you can like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter.
And you can watch us live on YouTube. We live stream every weeknight from 6 to 6:30.
Yep, and follow us on Instagram. We might be posting some spring break pics of wherever we happen to be going, honestly, for spring break. I know a bunch of us are traveling to various different places all around the United States.
Yeah, a lot of us are going home. A lot of us are going to be going to see our families, so we're going to be in different states. So we'll have possibly some different pictures, maybe some sunsets, some sunrises from different areas. But, yeah.
Should be a good time, definitely. But for us here at FSU Weather, I'm student meteorologist Evan Thompson.
And I'm student meteorologist Parker Peasley. Have a great night.